primarily by classroom teaching, and recently it is taught with the help of online teaching. Practically, the subject can be explained by cadaveric dissection or with the help of fiberglass models. And one more important and cheapest method is with the help of paper models. Today, I am going to explain the preparation of paper model of anterior abdominal wall. To prepare this model, the following materials are required. The basic materials like scale, gum, pencil, scissor, and a hard sheet. So different color sheet to represent different layers of anterior abdominal wall, and color pencil. With these materials, we will prepare the model of anterior abdominal wall. So to prepare this model, you have to take a hard sheet and you have to make a drawing of the trunk of human body. So after making a outsketch of trunk, you have to cut the outline with the help of scissor. So now already I prepare a model of the trunk. So after making this trunk with the help of a hard sheet, so next you have to take different color sheets. So different color sheets to represent the different layers of anterior abdominal wall. So totally you will get 9 layers. So after taking the color sheet, so as per the size of the trunk, you have to cut the color sheets. So already I have cut the color sheets as per the size of the trunk. So this I already am prepared. So now I have made the 9 sheet of different colors to represent the layers of anterior abdominal wall. So this I am going to fix in the trunk. So you can see here. So when I open these layers, so as like dissection, we can open the different layers. The first layer, brown color, represent the skin. So next is the superficial fascia. So that is arranged in 2 layers. The yellow one represent the fascia camphor or a fatty layer. The white one represent the membranous layer called as fascia scarpa. So next we will come to the muscular layer. So this orange color, this one is external oblique muscle. So this I made the direction of the muscle fibers. So it is running downwards and medially. So below that you will get the internal oblique muscle, which is running upwards. So right angle to the, so it is running right angle to the external oblique muscle. So next is transverse abdominis. The muscle fibers are arranged transversely. So below this you will get a fascia, that is called as fascia transversalis. So below the fascia transversalis you will get the extra peritoneal tissue, and lastly the transparent layer called as peritoneum. So below that you will get the abdominal organs. The one more muscle left is rectus abdominis muscle. So I have prepared and I have fixed the muscle. The specialty of this muscle is the muscle is present within a rectus sheath. So we will place this muscle inside the rectus sheath. So we will see how this rectus sheath is formed. So formation of rectus sheath varies at different level. So I am going to explain only regarding the proper rectus sheath, how it is formed. So anteriorly it is formed by the aponeurys of external oblique muscle. So this is the aponeurys of external oblique muscle. The muscle fiber is the muscular part and this is the aponeurotic part, right? So I will open the first anterior rectus sheath. It is formed by the external oblique muscle, aponeurys of external oblique muscle. So below this you will get the anterior lamina or anterior layer of internal oblique muscle. So I'll show here. So I have made two layers. So anterior lamina and posterior lamina. So this anterior lamina or anterior layer will take part in the formation of anterior rectus sheath. So anterior rectus sheath is formed by the aponeurosis of external oblique muscle and anterior lamina of internal oblique muscle. So when you lift the muzzle, you can see the posterior rectus sheath. So the posterior rectus sheath is deficient in the lower aspect. So that I am going to mark. So after that we have to cut that. So below this the rectus sheath will be absent. So this line is called as arcuate line. So it is a lower free margin of the posterior rectus sheath is called as arcuate line. So posterior rectus sheath I have opened. So I have made the line. So you have to cut the approximately at the junction between the pubic symphysis and umbilicus. So that level the rectus sheath will be absent. So this line is called as arcuate line. To sum up the rectus sheath, so anteriorly the anterior rectus sheath is formed by the aponeurosis of external oblique muscle and anterior lamina of internal oblique muscle. So when we lift the rectus abdominis muscle on either side, we can see the posterior rectus sheath. So it is a posterior rectus sheath. So it is formed by the posterior lamina of internal oblique muscle and aponeurosis of internal oblique muscle on either side. So at this level, approximately at the junction between the umbilicus and pubic symphysis, the posterior rectus sheath is deficient, or we can say the lower free margin of the posterior rectus sheath is called as arcuate line. So this is the simple model of anterior abdominal wall. With this model, effectively we can teach the anatomy of the anterior abdominal wall. Thank you.